Okay, today is Saturday, March 13th, 2021. Okay, current physique update. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is week 9 update, and as you can see, I'm up 7.5 pounds. I can explain most of that. Some of it I'm not 100% sure of, but I have an idea. But anyway, last Sunday I went out for a friend's birthday. We went and had burgers and fries and a couple beers, but that's pretty much all I ate last Sunday. So calories ultimately were probably under 2,000 for the day, and I held steady with my concept of eating less fat this whole week, Monday through Friday for the most part. I screwed up on Friday, but we'll get to that later. Monday through Friday, I did eat under 2,000 calories every day, basically. Probably 16 to 1,800 calories most days. I'm doing 1 pound of lean beef, like flank steak, and then I'm doing a pound of like a combination of shrimp or fish, egg whites, and I'm still doing, well, actually I did 3 eggs some days I did 6, it just depends. But anyway, at the end of the day, I never exceeded 2,000 calories the entire week. I also did the Peloton HIIT training, 4 days, 10-minute HIIT training sessions, which seems to be plenty for me at this point. I wouldn't mind working my way up to doing like 15 or 20-minute interval sessions, but like by the end of 10 minutes, I'm toast. And then I'm also doing really light resistance band training, basically staying within the parameters that I can with my hand injury. So anyway, this week, I thought everything was going great. I cut my calories by close to 1,000 on most days, and increased my physical activity. All my clothes are fitting looser. I went out and bought like a whole bunch of new sweatpants. I went from double XL to XL. I've been wearing a 2X in sweatpants for a long time. Probably didn't need to, but you know, the XLs just fit real tight, and I'm not a big fan of tight anything. So, well, almost anything. Anyway, so I bought a bunch of XL sweatpants. I was all excited, like, ooh, I'm, seeing results. But then I got on the scale yesterday, and that's probably where I messed up. Friday evening, I got on the scale and I was up like almost like around 3 pounds. So I was like, whoa, how did this happen? And so I was kind of upset, and I guess I kind of, I don't know, kind of set me off on a little tangent, little binge. I ate a bunch of garbage, drank beers. It's pretty much like, screw it. And so the other, 4 to 5 pounds that I gained are probably just food and water weight from all the carbs. I ate a bunch of carbs last night, and yeah. 2 things I did differently this week that I probably shouldn't have done, which may have contributed greatly to everything. I started taking psyllium husk, like a fiber supplement. And I started taking that because like Saturdays, a lot of times I eat a lot of junk food, and I need to also work on that as well, which I've been saying repeatedly, but it's been kind of a struggle for me. So after Saturdays of doing whatever, I started realizing I had a lot of like GI issues after eating garbage food. And so I started taking psyllium husk this past week. 2 servings a day at 10 carbs a piece, so 20 carbs total. However, the claim is that it's 20 carbs, but 20 of it's fiber, so it shouldn't really count. But I have a feeling for me it does. I do really well on like 0 carb. I'm pretty insulin resistant if I had to take a wild guess. So carbs don't do well with me, and that's why I think I do so well with the keto or carnivore diet. The other thing I did is I bought this really low carb pasta sauce, lousy, I guess. I don't know. It's only 25 calories a serving, 5 carbs, supposedly 2 of that's fiber, but let's just go with 5 carbs. And then this fake noodles, I don't even know how to say it, konjac. So it's made with that plant's flour. They also do this with yam flour. Call it like no noodles or something. You can usually find it on your store shelves, like in the Asian section. So this is 3 servings in this bag and 2 carbs per serving. But again, the claim is that it's all fiber. So I made the mistake of eating this and I guess assuming it didn't matter. And then on top of all the fiber, I think what was happening basically is that I went over my carb limit, of like usually 20 or less is what they say for keto. Some people can go as high as like 50, but I'm not that person. And I'd like to keep it as close to 0 as possible. So maybe something like this would be a good way for me to kind of satisfy a spaghetti craving on a Saturday rather than just eating like a whole box of pasta, which has happened numerous times. Basically, every Saturday, I have way more food in my mind that I'm going to eat than I actually eat, which to me is a problem. That kind of tells me that I still have a definite food problem or addiction, because I really look forward to Saturdays so that I can have a good time. So it's foods like this, I think, that I haven't done up until now, that I just started doing this past week, which I think may have led to some of the weight gain, the 3 pounds that I initially gained. I know like the probably 4 to 6 pounds of the 7.5 pounds is just flat out water from binge eating carbs last night. I had like, I don't know, 4 bowls of cereal and some beers and basically nothing I should have had. So in hindsight, I would have just went through with making a video today and saying, "Oh, I gained 3 pounds. Here's why." But I kind of, I guess I got upset about it. But ultimately, I talked to a friend and he told me, "Hey, like don't just base everything off of a scale. How do your clothes fit?" And the reality is, I just went this week and bought new clothes. So obviously something's working. And obviously I've had like 40 pounds over the past 8 weeks fall off of me. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I did follow through with cutting my calories and increasing activity. The goal for next week is going to be to continue the activity, continue the lower calories, and not eat like fake foods. I'm kind of a big fan. If you're into keto dieting and you're like a sugar tooth kind of person, don't make all the fake, keto sweets, because I think it just leads to more cravings and problems. So I like pasta, pizza, that sort of thing. And so that's what kind of led me to like going down this route this week. And I kind of regret it because I feel like it wasn't productive for me. That's not to say it can't be for you, but for me, it wasn't. So anyway, just to kind of cut this short, well, it's already getting long. I am up 7.5 pounds or 7.4, close enough. I'm not thrilled about it, but I'm not going to let it, hold me back from continuing down the path of getting towards being fit and healthy. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing and try to learn from this experience. And hopefully next week, I'm just hoping to break even. So if I can get back to the 280s, 289.9 it would be fine by me. But anyway, I'm going to continue with the diet. I'm going to cut out the extra stuff. No more fiber. You don't really need it anyway. But like I said, I've been so I don't know. I've been treating Saturdays like free days, just free for alls, and that's not really why I allow myself carbs on Saturdays. The whole point is so that I can have things like sushi and things that are actually relatively healthy but contain carbohydrates, and I'd still like to be able to drink a couple beers on the weekend, and I'm abusing it. So I'm kind of like taking a concept and perverting it into something that it was never intended to be. Like I literally go to the grocery store and I put stuff in my cart with the idea that I'm going to eat it on Saturday. And every Saturday there's food left over that I didn't make, like I'll buy mac and cheese or some other kind of garbage food, and it just sits in the pantry. Oh, I guess I'll eat it next weekend. So I need to kind of break myself of that habit, and hopefully some of this stuff will, I don't know, resonate with some of you guys that are in the same kind of situation. Sometimes the struggle's real and you just got to power through it and keep going. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Last night I let my emotions get the best of me, and that resulted in some bad decisions. So anyway, that's all I got for this week, guys. We'll see what we're up to next Saturday morning. So take care, guys. I'll see you next week.